Saoirse here, Stíomh Tessive. How are you? We're here in Gweedore in County Donegal in Tyrconnell. Me with our friend Fran O'Boyle. He's an artist, a local artist here in Gweedore. So we're talking to him. So, Stíomh Tati. So tell us about Oscalic.
Right, well, it's a sasno yuchas me ach can I mean chak show hart for puck bliana hin agus bogamian show and tosami a conian show chachra bliana hin and tosami and gallery bogan show, you know. So I came to live here 4 years ago and decided to start a little art gallery selling my work in the kitchen. And it was called the Kitchen Gallery to begin with until I bought this little shed and then changed the name to Sheila Nagig Gallery. And from time to time I actually sell some work, you know, and I meet a lot of people and it's good crack, you know, and it's good fun.
So Fran's a mural artist, but also a regular artist. And he does things with right here on the inroad here. Anyway, so he does art with murals and with prints and with paint, and so we'll just go over to the wee gallery and take a look.
Gallery Nies Bug in Erin. A Credium, you know. I believe that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe it's the smallest gallery in Ireland.
Unless there's a little one from the Dinamahe, that's...
You never know, but so far nobody's challenged me. So. Now, I've recently finished a gallery, an exhibition in the Lowerland Gweedore, the Gweedore Library. So it's a bit chaotic at the moment, and it's also the end of the season. So not all the paintings are hung. I've just moved them back away from the library yesterday. So I need to get them hung, you know, and displayed properly. But this is my little gallery. This is mostly my work. It's lino prints that I can reproduce and therefore sell them quite cheaply. But I also make paintings of the local landscape, inspired by the local landscape, from oils, in oils on canvas. And a friend of mine, Rachel Curtis, she's a jeweler, and she makes little Sheila Nagig pendants and necklaces and all sorts of other things. She's a painter as well. Some of these are her paintings, and she's a weaver as well. She cards wool and turns it into amazing things, all sorts of amazing things made out of wood.
Alright, so what about this stone here?
Well, I did this one for someone. I was asked if I would make this little piece for a birthday present. He's yet to collect it, but when I put it up on Facebook, lots of people wanted one. So I'm paintings of Errigal. They all want Errigal. Everybody wants Errigal, and little messages, sometimes in Irish, sometimes in English, to put outside their houses and display them. You know, sometimes it's falcha or some sort of little message like that one. You know, all kinds of things. Yeah.
So tell us about your linoleum prints here.
Well,
Line and asking, I guess, actually, okay.
yeah, well, the Gaelic language is very important to me, and doing my little bit to preserve it and encourage people to read and write it and even speak it. So when I started making these lino prints, that was the very first one I did. And I've always been fascinated by fairy trees.
Right. So that's a Hawthorn, is it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd put a bit of Irish on it. And Éisle de Chrí means listen to your heart. And I've done one or two others. Land Aisling, Follow Your Dreams, but also they're just local scenes as well. There's Boyd Eddy, the church at Dunlewy, and yeah, all sorts really. Errigal, there's Errigal. You've got to keep doing Errigal. Everybody wants to buy pictures of Errigal.
And the area there, the squirrel.
Yeah, Errigal, yeah.
Right.
And so there, that's it.
Hi, Sinigafu.
Sunny day. The sky was blue, the birds were singing in the trees. Down this beautiful glen came a traveller wagon. Now traveller wagons are usually brightly painted things, but this one wasn't. It had seen better days. The paint was flaking off it and cracked and faded, and the green canvas roof had stains where the damp had come in when it rained. And the horse pulling it, she'd been strong in a day, but now she was getting old. She'd seen better days, and so had the young fella driving her as well. His clothes were ragged, and he was not a successful man, you could see, because she wasn't trying to hurt you. She was trying to give you something. She was trying to give you this tin box, and I'm glad that I'm the man that took it from her, because every time you open it, there's a tin and there's a golden coin inside it. And he realised what he'd done. He thought, you foolish man, you'd told the secret of the box. And when he was alone, he opened the box. And sure enough, the box was empty for the first time ever. And he was so angry with himself, but he thought, hold on a minute. You don't need the tin box anymore. You've got your trade, you're doing well with your new tools, your good wagon, your good clothes, your good ponies, and best of all, you've got your lovely wife. You've got everything a man could want in this world. And he was just going to throw the tin box in the bin when he thought, still a good tin box though. And you don't throw a good tin box away. And he put it into his pocket, and off he went into the night with a smile on his face.